Oh, Precursor Golem. A bounce spell would be really cool. What is it? The Serum Snare that bounces something, and we copy it on all of the golems? That would be something. Yeah, draw us a couple of cards. Find us that Serum Snare. Oh, we did! Yes! Oh my god, we actually drew it! Holy crap! Oh my god, this is incredible. What is up, everyone? Justin Parnell back with more Historic Brawl, and we're back on the new Phyrexia. All will be one commanders. Not Alchemy this time, but we just got the regular old set because we're not done. There's plenty of legends in there. And today we have Ezuri, Stalker of Spheres. And Ezuri cares about one thing and one thing only, and that's proliferating. Now, Ezuri doesn't really proliferate to any purpose. It just says, whenever you proliferate, draw a card. So it does provide you the opportunity to proliferate when you play Ezuri and pay an extra 3 on top of the 4 mana you had to spend to cast in the first place. So you really need to do a lot of proliferating for something. And what I mean by that is you need to proliferate a +1/+1 counter, a loyalty counter, a -1/-1 counter, a poison counter maybe. You need to fill your deck with the rest of that stuff to be able to take advantage of all the proliferating you're going to be doing, which is good, because that's exactly what we're going to do. And we're going to take a look at all of the proliferate cards we have in this deck, which is a lot. And I don't have every single one. There's a handful of proliferate cards that weren't quite good enough in a 100-card singleton format, but there are still just an absolute ton. This is like 20-some odd proliferate cards, and these are going to give us an opportunity to really just churn through our deck whenever we have Ezuri and not have to rely on that enter the battlefield, pay 3 to proliferate twice ability. Now, if we have the mana to do that, that's awesome, and it's going to trigger a whole bunch of extra stuff. But if we don't, we can still just get Ezuri down and then proliferate after we have Ezuri on the battlefield in future turns, which is, again, going to happen pretty frequently. This deck has the potential to be really explosive and win in a lot of different ways. Some of the best cards in the deck are Rishkar, Pima Renegade, and Jiangyangu Wildcrafter, because these let your creatures that have +1/+1 counters on them be able to tap for mana. And as you can imagine, putting counters on our creatures is obviously very good for proliferating a lot, but also that's going to help us push even farther into our deck, being able to cast a lot of these spells, because in the games that I've played so far, it seems like getting choked on mana is the thing that happens the most frequently. So let's see if we can avoid that and get to proliferate. But before we get into the games, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel to keep seeing this sweet, sweet content every week. We're on the play against Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief, which, even in a world, we're going to keep this hand, by the way. Even in a world of a bunch of 4 and 5 color commanders, Ivy remains one of my absolute least favorite commanders to play against. So, well, good. We're not going to be targeting their stuff too frequently. Okay, so we'll get started with this Orochi Merge Keeper. So, as long as it's modified, which in this case is going to mean a +1/+1 counter, it adds 2 instead of 1 green mana. So we really just need to, and this is going to modify it right off the bat, which is great, because now we can untap and make 5 mana, and I think we're going to go ahead and just cultivate here, and just set up for next turn. And maybe we should have waited, but Ivy's not, like, the deck doesn't interact a ton, you know, like, they're not going to be targeting our creatures. For the most part, they're going to let us just do our own thing. And they're going to do their own thing, and then we're going to have a race of things that we're doing, and hopefully we're going to win that race. Okay, so we have 7 mana, so let's go ahead and get Ezuri out. And then we are going to pay that 3. Proliferate twice. 1, 2, draw a couple of cards. Okay, that's all good news. Narset is pretty sweet, especially when we have this Ickermore Gauntlet. Opponent's going real slow. This is not a quick... I mean, I imagine, yeah. Things are going to pick up here. So we got a couple of Sea Dasher Octopus, and I'm sure more is coming. I have no doubt that more is coming. Okay, let's try to get this big ol' Roll-esque hybrid friend out. So, we really needed to draw a land. So this can proliferate. We could get... let's get Narset out. See if this resolves. It might not. Okay, Narset's going to resolve. And then let's see if this Ickermore Gauntlet resolves. Okay, it did. I should have reversed that. Should have Ickermore Gauntlet. Then I could put a counter on this. But then let's proliferate. And we're going to go upstairs on both of those, and then we're going to draw a card. Hopefully a land. Okay, we did not draw a land. We did draw an Averbrook Caretaker, which is, that's a good one. Okay, no attacks. Need to block, potentially block this Sea Dasher Octopus. If they attack, we're not going to block it, because that means they got some shenanigans. This is going to stop them from drawing cards, though. Oh, yes. Mutate, draw a card. Don't mind if I don't. Man, if only we had another... If we could put one more counter on Narset, that would have been... That'd have been real good. Okay. Alright, so... Rolex is good. Let's go ahead and make you big. And let's play Hadana's Climb. We're going to target a permanent, which is going to be Ezuri. Put a counter on that. Then we're going to put a counter on Rolex. Then we're going to attack with Ezuri. Alright. Our creatures are pretty sizable. Pretty sizable. We have a proliferate here. Cartouche of Knowledge. This, so whenever a creature they control becomes a target of a spell or ability. But we can choose the cartouche and not have that happen. Man, if we only had just one more... Oh, that's bad news. They're going to get both of our enchantments. Yeah, going to blow it up. And then blow this up and then draw a card. Their creatures are not big. They're not big enough, though. They're pretty tiny, actually. So, I can't even really attack. Okay. Serum Snare. Okay, we could Serum Snare that. This is a sorcery. So we probably want to do this first. Let's go ahead and get their Carnivorous Canopy. Proliferate, draw a card. Okay. So we could like bounce the cartouche. We could bounce that cartouche. I mean, I would imagine they're probably like pretty scared here. Let's just go attack him. Let's just go attack him. What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong here? Okay, they have no blocks. Yeah, let's just bounce this cartouche, and then we take down Ivy. Oh, that's good. That is some good, sizable proliferating right there. We are on the play against a mirror match, Ezuri, Stalker of Spheres. Hopefully we can learn something from our opponent. This is only, obviously, we're not long into our Ezuri, you know, journey. Okay, we're going to keep this hand, 2 lands. This Thirsting Roots is probably going to go find us a third lane. We do have one of our best cards. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wizard class is nice. And let's look for a forest. I wish we had a creature to put a counter on. I have a cankerous bloom here. Okay. Well, let's just play this Tainted Observer. So next turn we can put a counter on the Tainted Observer. We're not going to block. We'll just take 3. This doesn't have toxic or anything. Ours does. Joint Exploration. Okay. Okay. Maybe if they don't. Okay. Forest. Okay, I think that's pretty good. All right. So we're going to play Boseiju. We're going to play Zhang. We're going to put a +1/+1 counter on the Tainted Observer. And then we're going to attempt to play this Favored Enemy, which is going to fight a creature. So their most common creature type is Druids. Every time we kill a Druid, we get a +1/+1 counter. Okay, and they're going to take out the Favored Enemy, which is fine. Not a big deal. We'll just attack for 3. All right, they have 1 poison. Now, we are not a poison deck. But that being said, that doesn't mean we cannot be poisoning. Okay, they're going to stop this from untapping. A little annoying, but not the end of the world. Maybe we just get Ezuri down? No, let's get Jace's projection down. And every time we draw a card with Jace's projection, we're going to put a +1/+1 counter on it. So that's going to happen naturally, so we don't need to put a counter on it with Zhang. Tamio can keep our Tainted Observer tapped. Okay. Gonna switch it around, so we're gonna kill that. Alright. Draw a card. I think I'm gonna try to draw 2 here. And maybe we draw a card and we can int in the north. Or we draw a land. We did, which is good news. Alright, let's int to the north. Okay. So, same deal. Ugin is a little bit annoying here. But, the real good news is this Avabrook Caretaker has hexproof. So, Avabrook Caretaker, not going to care. Oh no, they have Teferi Temporal Pilgrim. This is one of the best cards in the deck. Who is that handsome devil indeed? On another target creature we control. Alright. So, this just straight up has hexproof. It doesn't have a ward or anything. Alright, let's go ahead and put a counter on this. Put 2 counters there. They can keep this tapped. This is going to be tough. As I've said before, I think this card is like... I believe Teferi Temporal Pilgrim is significantly better than most people give it credit for. I underestimated it myself, but I think it's actually kind of an insane Planeswalker. The more that I've played with it in various formats... I mean, yeah, I'll keep my thing around. You can draw this card, that's fine. I would rather keep my Planeswalker. Hekuthal, that's probably bad news. Probably bad news. Incubation Druid. Okay. Ominous Seas. Ominous Seas is a pretty good one. Okay, so... we can get out Ezuri. We can technically proliferate twice. I just don't think we want to do that, so let's just get out Ezuri. We're not going to proliferate. No. We'll play Rishkar. And we're going to leave this around to, like, take some heat off, but, you know, fortunately we don't really need it as much. We're going to try to just get by our creatures being bigger. And we have Ezuri out, so... Now, they can play their Ezuri and draw two. They have the requisite mana. I imagine this is going to get indestructible now. Just fine. Going to probably take counters off of Tamiyo. At least two are coming off of Tamiyo. Maybe a third is coming off of this Spirit. We'll find out. Yeah, two off Tamiyo, one off the Spirit. Alright. Man, these things just get crazy. They have Vigilance too for some ungodly unknown reason, which I truly do not know. And the Sphere, which is I would imagine they're going to proliferate 4 times. They're going to find no lands. Yeah, they are. They are. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff here. Okay, there goes Ezuri. As expected. They can't let us have Ezuri. We would just start to draw a bunch of cards. This is going to be tough. We have a River's Rebuke in our deck. I think that might be the thing that would save us. We can't block any of that, so we're not going to block these. We'll just casually take 17. That's cool. Surely we can survive several more hits of that. Okay, well. Jace's projection is going ham here. Okay. Contagion Dispenser. This lets us proliferate, and then we can draft a card from its spellbook. Let's proliferate. Our first proliferate of the entire game. Oh man, Inexorable Tide. So insane. Man, you know what would be really cool? It would be, like, really cool if I could actually see the board. That would just be, like, the coolest thing possible. It would be so crazy. Just imagine. Imagine being able to see the board just regularly. Wow, what a crazy notion. All right. Well, let's I don't really know. Who knows here? I think Thrumming Bear is going to be chump blocking, so... No attacks. Maybe our opponent will make, like, a terrible mistake. I don't even know what they could possibly do to make a terrible mistake. I would say they probably won't do it, whatever it is. Okay. Well, we can protect Rishkar. So there's that. Alright, Rishkar is protected. Congrats. We have 2 hexproof creatures. Oh, that's a creature with flying. We don't want that. They're going to proliferate a million times. They're drawing a card, which is going to make all of these trigger. Booty, 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 booty. That all goes up. And then we're just going to... All of these creatures are lethal. Let's just cycle. Good game. They got us. They were the... Now, they did not cast their commander. I'll note that. But they were the better Ezuri deck. Thanks to a couple of Planeswalkers. Alright. We'll learn from these mistakes and move forward. We get to avenge ourselves against Ugin the Ineffable. We're on the play here. We do have to mulligan this hand. We need Some more early interaction in both colors. This definitely fits the bill. So, colorless decks are really interesting. They are, I would say in most cases, they're kind of one of two things. Okay, the sequence here, so this is actually kind of important. So the sequence here is Hinterland Harbor and then Hall of the Storm Giants. Normally, you want to lead with the snow-covered island, but then to have this come and play untapped, we only have 2 blue. We can't play our Jorel. So we do this tap, this untap, then we can play Jorel on 2. And now we have our Teferi Tempora Pilgrim. So colorless decks are usually like combo fests or just like grindy, huge mana decks. And I never really know... You never really know which one you're going to get, to be honest. It's kind of a little bit of a crapshoot. So this is a counterspell. If it's 3 or less, we proliferate. I can't imagine we're going to use something this early, but there are a few things on 4 mana. We're probably going to deploy our Urban Daggertooth on 4, though. And we're not going to hold this counterspell up. All right. Old Dagger Boy. No attacks this time. All right, Liberator versus Battlethopter. So, Mystic Forge would be really bad. That's Mystic Forge, Aetherflux Reservoir, Key to the Archive. We don't have many counterspells, so I probably wouldn't have countered that. Clearly good for them. Gives them access to some, like a non-colorless spell, which is huge. So that could be something we try to... if we draw blue, we can do quite a bit of work with holding up. So they got rid of Voldaren Estate. Fight rigging is nice. I do like fight rigging. Okay, so Rishkar. Let's go here and here. And then fight rigging. And let's hide away Smell Fear. Sure, why not? Not a great option, but it does let us fight with this Urban Daggertooth, and then whenever it is dealt damage, we get to proliferate, so that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. That I like. Alright. Cosmos Elixir. Right, we are definitely in holding up counterspell range. Opponent has 4 cards in hand. They are below their starting life total because we got in for 1. So they're going to gain 2, go to 26, which will potentially trigger the Cosmo Elixir next turn, but we do have this Vigilant Daggertooth we're likely going to rumble in the red zone with. Alright, they're just ending their turn, gaining 2 and scrying 1. Alright. Elysian Caryatid. Okay. Well, so this 6 creatures you control where X is the number of cards in your hand. We obviously don't really want to do that right yet. Okay, fight rigging. This is going to go here, and then we will attack. And we will attack with our Vigilant Urban Daggertooth. Alright, that's going to keep them off of this Cosmo Elixir. I think we're just going to play the Caryatid. And then we can hold up both of Heroic Intervention and Reject Imperfection. If we don't need to cast those, then we can cast our Teferi. Okay. I mean, this is resolving. I'm not going to counter this. Look at the top 5. Each player may reveal a land and or an instant or sorcery. Okay. A land and an instant or sorcery. Swinging the Spears is a double proliferate, so let's get that. So what are they going to get? I mean, how many instants and sorceries do they have? I mean, they got a few. They didn't find one. So I think that helped us more than it helped them. And then each player gains 3 life. Okay. Expand the Sphere is pretty nice, because if we can just choose to not find any lands and then proliferate twice. Which is, that's pretty great. I really am curious of what they got off this Key to the Archive. And discarded a land. Karn, Scion of Urza, that is okay. That does not mess with our stuff. Okay, they're going to make a blocker. Man, I wish this Expand the Spheres was an instant. That would be pretty ridiculous. Okay. Alright, let's play this. I'm going to go ahead and make 2 blue here. We're definitely not going to be attacking with this. Not a green. Okay, let's make a creature here.
Nobody knows the past better than me.
And then we're going to go to... Oh, this is really tempting. Because we could fight here and then proliferate, and then we'll draw cards. And then we'll get... Yeah, let's just do this. Let's put our guard down for 1 turn. What could possibly go wrong? All right, fight rigging. Something has gone wrong immediately. Ah! I mean, really, it's comical at this point. It's okay. Like, we're not... It wasn't the end of the world. It is funny, though. Alright, creature. Oh, man. Alright, here's their commander. Okay, we have an Ugin the Ineffable. Gonna blow something. Probably the fight rigging. That's what I would blow up. Ooh, they're just going protection mode. Okay, right on. Okay, we're gonna kill Ezuri. Yeah. Yeah, I thought you might do that. We will move the commander to the command zone. And then I think Teferi's gonna go down. Down for the count. So this, they have to be... The life total has to be greater for them to draw cards. Alright. Alright. Oh, there's the Aetherflux Reservoir. Okay, so the worst possible things have happened while I was like, what could possibly go wrong? Well, we obviously found out the answer to that question. So let's expand the spheres. Man, so 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can play this and then proliferate. I think we just need to do that. Okay. We're not going to we could just proliferate twice without casting this. Maybe that's what we do. Sure, that seems better, right? Not going to attack here. Oh, wait. Oh, no! Oh, I'm glad I did this because this doesn't have... Doesn't make multiple mana. Okay. I'm going to proliferate, draw 2 cards, resolve, trigger, make a creature, resolve, proliferate again. Hey, there's a River's Rebuke. Okay. So, we're going to fight rigging. We're going to put a counter on... I don't know. Let's put it on this cat. And then we will smell fear. Creature we control. Okay, well, we control this spirit. And they control this Battlethopter. And then we're going to proliferate again. And then we're going to draw a card again. And this is going to get a counter again. And then we are going to attempt to attack Ugin, which they can block. They can trade with one of these. Yeah, they're doing so. All right. We might be hitting them with a River's Rebuke. You can have the Celestus. I'm not interested in you having Meteor Golem right now. Okay, that was a pretty good turn. It could have been better had we not been greedy the last turn, but, you know, you can't help it. It's like a sickness. All right, there's the Celestus. They're going to gain a life. The game now gets to keep track of night and day for us. How kind of it. Okay. Gonna go to night. That means they are looking for something because they don't got it. Whatever they need, they don't got it. So, we can draw a land. We can hold this up and play River's Rebuke. I guess we could technically do that, but I want to crack in a little bit with some damage. It's not the worst thing in the world if we can't do that, but I would really like to. Looks like they have some sort of removal spell and they're trying... Oh, they have Ugin. They have their commander. They're trying to decide, what should we destroy? What indeed? Okay, and they went after Joriel, which I'm actually pretty happy with that. Now, that does make all of our creatures monsters. Terrible, terrifying monsters. Precursor Golem. Yep. Alright, I draw a card. Okay. Night and day. Day and night. Alright. Loading Contaminator. That's a pretty good one. Let's make a couple of blue here. Well, the first thing that we're going to do is... Be gone, please. All back in your hand. One of the best, very best cards in the entire format. Okay. So, we can attack for 4. We're going to put a thing on Ezuri here. And we're going to attack for 6. We'll keep Ezuri back. Attack for 10, rather. And then we get to hold up the Reject Imperfection. Which I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be casting it on. We are going to be casting it this turn. That I am sure about. Probably their commander. because then it makes everything cheap. Okay, put a counter on that. Yeah, I'd say they're going to be their commander. We'll start with Ugin. Then they only have 2 mana left. Feel pretty good about that. And then we can proliferate like a lot. Draw a bunch of cards. We might actually... Might Stone and Weak Stone. Okay. Yeah, that resolves. If they try to kill something... Okay, something is going to get -5. Alright. Let's give all of our stuff protection. Okay. Now what? We have a lot of proliferates here. We have 1, 2, 3. And that might make these big enough to be lethal. Oh, Precursor Golem. A bounce spell would be really cool. What is it? The Serum Snare? That bounces something? And we copy it on all of the golems? That would be something. Okay. Alright. Submit 0. Proliferate. Yeah, draw us a couple of cards. Find us that Serum Snare. Oh, we did! Yes! Oh my god, we actually drew it! Holy crap! Oh my god, this is incredible. I gotta give the little, Alright. Serum Snare, targeting their golem. And it's gonna copy it for each of their golems. Oh my god! Yes! That is so good. Oh crap, that's insane. Oh, that was literally the card that we needed. It's so rare that it happens. Oh, just gotta enjoy it. We are on the play against Nethroid Apex of Death, and we do have to mulligan this hand. Alright, we will keep this very, very slow hand. But it has some all-time bangers in it. These, I would say, these are all like in the top 10 cards of our deck. Rishkar, Fight Rigging, the whole shebang. Okay. We can play Rishkar next turn. We also can play Fight Rigging. Maybe we play that. I hate giving up value on Rishkar, you know? Okay. Well, we are going to play Rishkar, and we'll pay 2 life. Rishkar will target itself. Just the 1. So now we can play Teferi. No, not Plague Crafter. My best laid plans ruined. Okay. Hinterland Harbor. Let's just play our commander. If they kill it, it's not like the biggest deal in the entire world. Skyclave Apparition. Okay. Well, we will move it back to the command zone, which is pretty brutal. Really, really good to hit a commander with Skyclave. Okay. They get to proliferate, but they don't have anything to proliferate. Okay, well, let's try to get down this, and we'll make a Spirit Friend.
It's nice to see a familiar face.
Going up would do very little. Okay. Prosthetic Injector. Is our opponent trying to toxic us? They do have some proliferate, and they have proliferate here. So what's the play? Attack. I can't even kill that. I guess Teferi just dies, and maybe that was really dumb. Maybe we shouldn't have done what we did.
Willing, but the body,
Okay.
it hurts.
Norn's fletching. Okay, so you just conjure a plains. That's pretty good. Hey, with mine. Okay, so that is all of their cards. So, I mean, I think we just need to get this inexorable tied down, and try to ride the wave, so to speak, of this. This thing looks like, oh, this is the mite. It's an insect, little fella. Okay. Gonna hit us, so this is gonna be two toxic, two poison counters. Because they're gonna proliferate on it. Okay, that's fine. Oh my god, did I just play right into that? What a bozo-headed play. That was a all-time bozo play right there. Well, we deserve to lose this game. Which is great news for us, because, let me tell you something. We're going to. Alright. Great hinge. Fight rigging. Oh, let's get a Tekuthal under here. Put a counter on that. Hold up our defense. Alright. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a land, so we're going to Nethroy. I guess we'll block the poison counter giving one. I mean, we're still going to go to 5. Can we come back? Bloated Contaminator. Oh, they were just going hard. Okay, they're just going aggro. All right. Okay, untapping with a Great Hinge. That's pretty good. So, let's play our Ezuri. Gets a counter. Okay. And ultimately, we're going to Unnatural Response, probably. We definitely are. Okay, let's put a counter on Ezuri to make it a little bit bigger, then we'll play Tekuthal. We'll get a counter, then draw a card. Okay, let's attack here with a big 8/8. It's got Vigilance. Okay, then we are going to Unnatural Selection. Let's get Teferi back. We're going to submit. We're going to draw 2 cards. We're going to get 2 more counters here. Okay, let's play Temple of Mystery. Throwing Bird, not going to do it. We need like Overrun, like the card Overrun. Oh, opponent scoops it up. They cannot handle the gigantic size of our creatures. I thought it was a little bit closer to that. Like, I mean, maybe they just drew nothing. We weren't really giving them anything to return from their graveyard. I mean, they had the might. Maybe they didn't have a land, and that was the problem. And I wasn't going to put this Stitcher Supplier in the graveyard or any of the, I was going to block the things I didn't care about. And if they attacked with everything, they were gonna take it on the way back next turn. So I guess that was enough. I'll take it. I'm happy with that. I feel like we were really turning the corner anyway. We're on the draw against Goshentai of Life's Origin, and This is, I mean, I'm gonna keep this hand only because we have this into the north. It is a play on turn 2 that's gonna fix our mana. Hopefully we can draw a land in the meantime. But even if we don't, it's not the end of the world. The reason I'm keeping it is we have a lot of like automatic proliferators, like Flux Chandler plus Tekuthal is pretty great. But obviously we do need to draw a, you know, more lands. Get Tekuthal down. Sterling Grove. Okay. Well, so much for targeting their enchantments. Not really in the plan to do it, but all right. Flux Chandler. Here we go. Okay, we have not drawn any lands. That is bad news for us. Real bad news. Zhang Yanggu is going to be very helpful, at least, because we can put a counter on Flux Channeler. But I'm worried that we've gotten off to too slow of a start against such a powerful commander. Fortunately, oof. Enchantress's presence, that is... To say that's bad news for us, I would say is a gross understatement. So this can exile target artifact or creature. Okay. No attacks. Alright. Alright, alright. Moon Blessed Cleric. So this searched for an enchantment and they put it on top of their library. Okay. Well, we are slowly but surely... Yep, Sanctum of All. I've heard that one. That's going to be bad news. They don't have many other... I mean, they could mill us, I guess. Yeah, it's not worth it. I agree. Totally not worth it. You know, I'm not even being ironic here. So, Tekuthal can get a counter. What could they have here? For 1 mana. Alright. So... we're going to go get a land. I could proliferate 4 times. Now, I don't know that that's good, but I could do it. I think getting a forest and then proliferating twice is probably good enough. Yep, these. And let's get a forest. Okay, come on. We might somehow be able to do this. Despite our slow start. We can make Tekuthal indestructible. We have plenty of counters to remove, that's not a problem. We don't want to remove them from Tekuthal because we need it to be able to Great Hinge for cheap. Which we are imminent. It is imminent that we do so. Alright, are they going to tap out to play Sanctum of All? I mean, I probably would. Okay, they're going to get down Goshintai first. Alright. Make a little friend. They can now mill us for 3. I mean, this gives us a chance to draw an answer to this Sanctum of All. It's not good. I don't feel great about it, but there's a thing that can happen. Are they gonna mill us now? They've held up this 1 mana, yeah, for eternity. I can't imagine this is the time. Okay, Experimental Augury. So we could do this. I think what we need to do is play the Great Hinge Proliferate twice. Alright. The Great Hinge is operational. Let's try to play Ezuri. Maybe they have Wash Away? You have Wash Away? Okay, you have Wash Away. I mean, that's fine. It's not what we want, obviously. We'll move to the command zone. We did get the Great Hinge down, though, so... there is that. I mean, I think it's time to rumble in the Bronx, so to speak. These are pretty mean creatures. And they don't have enough power to team up and kill Flux Chandler, so... okay. Blocking with a Shrine, blocking with a Cleric. Alright. I mean, I'm for that. Okay, Sanctum of All Time. I mean, maybe we can just get our creatures big enough and they can't do much about it. It's definitely a possibility. Sanctum of All. Okay. Now what? Nothing. Okay. Well, let's revert to plan A. I don't have another Wash Away this time. I don't think they have anything. I think this delay is just because they can activate Sterling Grove. Alright. Essence Flux, that's a pretty good one. Will not pay. Unfortunately, stupid Vine-Gliver Snarl. Oh, our opponent says this is enough? This is enough? Our creatures are too big? You have a Sanctum of All? Well, I guess sometimes when you just have a giant Tekuthal and friend. I mean, we did draw a Essence Flux, so it was gonna be worse than it looked here. Maybe our opponent just knew. I'll take it. Suck it, 5-color deck. Well, it seems our reward of beating a previous 5-color deck is another 5-color deck, which I really can't stand, and we got to mulligan this hand. All right, 2 lands, but not a lot else going on. Not a very good hand. I think I'm going to mulligan this one also. Alright, this one I will keep. We have a Simic Ascendancy, we have a Counterspell, Staff, and so we're going to keep Flux Chandler. We're going to keep... might put our Counterspell back. I think we're going to put the Counterspell because we just need to be proactive here, so... that's what we're going to do. We ain't got time. Ain't got time to just wait for all this. Coatl, you can go on the bottom. Gorsko Coatl gets a +1/+1 counter every time you draw a card. You gotta pay 3 for it instead of just, like, activating this card that we just drew, Teferi Temporal Pilgrim. You know, stuff like that. Alright, let's get down Simic Ascendancy. Maybe we can defeat... I assume this counters it. Okay. Bind to Secrecy. Counter target non-creature spell. Ooh, they got a little Oracle the Alpha. I do love an Oracle the Alpha. I do love an Oracle the Alpha, I'll be honest. Okay, a little of this. A little of this. Cultivate is always good. Mana advantage is so critically important. Okay, we have a Thayan Evokers. Then here's the battlefield. Conjure a Lightning Bolt in your hand and discard a card. Remember, you conjure 1 or more cards, put a counter on this. Are they playing a Conjure deck? I think they are, and that's awesome. Props to you, Halcyon Angel. Props to you. Not even mad about it. Okay. Flux Channeler. How do we leverage this the best? We need to get some blockers down, at least. Maybe we just play... I think Oh, they have a lightning bolt. We don't want to play Ezuri. That would be dangerous. Alright, let's just play this Tainted Observer. I think the first thing we play is just going to bite this lightning bolt, so... Mox Emerald, okay. As their draw for the turn. If they don't have a land, it's about the same as a land and maybe a little bit worse. Okay. Kenny has arrived. Double team. Whenever it enters the battlefield. Wait. What if you conjure one or more cards? Oh, they conjured one because it had double team? And no longer has double team. I believe. Is the... I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. Okay, anyway. Jiangyangu. Counter here. Please and thank you. And let's get... Flux Channeler down. It's not looking good. I'd say it's looking pretty bad. Only mainly just because of Kenrith. This is out of lightning bolt range. This three-headed Phyrexian bird that's horrifying. There's no part about this that's a bird. Mirror Maid? Making another Mox Emerald. Okay, and then they get another lightning bolt? They do. Okay. And then this is bigger. Yeah, that's dead. Absolutely dead. Okay. There's Lure Skullquaddle again. It's tough out here. Alright. I guess we'll play this. We're going to proliferate once. We're going to make one of these really good tokens, which is like better than Lure Skullquaddle. This has vigilance. No attacks. Maybe a crazy scenario that we could get this to live. We can play Ezuri and then proliferate twice with Thirsting Roots. Oh, we got a Daragaz. Daragaz is back. Doesn't have haste or anything. Maybe it'll get to live. So, like, we could block here, and then this, we block here. This can't get trampled. They don't have red, so, Okay. Dragon. Okay. Alright, so, their friend is gone. Our little friend is gone here. Alright, let's make another friend. We're not going to proliferate. Okay. Not going to proliferate. Let's proliferate, and then we'll draw. And then we'll draw another card. Okay, then this will get a counter. And then we'll proliferate again and draw another card. Okay. Alright. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. A lot of proliferating going on. Timeless Lotus. Oh, they just don't have any red mana. Just not at all. They don't have any red mana. Okay. Can we just get big enough? Can we get big enough? That is the question here. Alright, let's make another spirit token. Yeah, what would just happen if we proliferated here? We want to play both of these, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, yeah, sure, you know what? Let's proliferate. Yeah, let's do it. And then draw a card. And then put counters on all of these. And then we're going to Bloom Hulk. And then we're going to do it again. Keep it going. Okay. This is a 10-10. Like, they could block with both of these. That's fine. This can't die unless they use a bunch of mana. Yeah, let's just attack with both of these. Yeah, go on. Go ahead. Get to blocking. Yeah, chump block. That's what I like to see. We might beat this Kinrith deck. Well, okay, they do have 5 more mana with this Timeless Lotus, so maybe not, but I'm feeling pretty good right now, especially with this Expand the Sphere. Okay, Back Alley Gardener. Whenever one or more creatures in the battlefield seek a land put on the battlefield tapped once. This is a great card. Okay, they get Oracle the Alpha back. This gets a counter. They get to make a land drop. Okay. They still don't have red mana. They've used all of this. This could be... Yeah, that's fine. Man, if we can find a way to, like, give our creatures trample... We have dragons coming next turn. We do have dragons coming next turn, which is... I'd say not ideal. Not ideal for us. Okay, let's play an island. That can proliferate twice. Let's proliferate twice and just draw a card. Okay, let's just make another one of these. We're not going to proliferate this time. Alright. Expand the sphere. We're proliferating because it's a non-creature, and then that's going to draw us a card. Okay, wizard class. No max hand size. That doesn't super matter. Submit 0. Proliferate twice. Okay. We have proliferated. Draw 2 more cards. Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh. The proliferation. Even Kinrith, King Kinrith, with all your power, all your Lotuses, all your Moxen, all your Lightning Bolts, could not handle it. Oh, that's good. That feels good. Well, I gotta say, this deck, I'll be perfectly honest. This deck even exceeded my expectations. And I thought there was going to be like a lot of synergy because I really, you know, whenever I make decks that are like around a keyword or a theme, I like to go really hard. And I'm like, well, I want to try to find all the different angles for each individual card that can really make this deck greater than some of its parts. And wow, this deck blew me away. We won games that I thought we had no business winning. Being able to proliferate and keep gas going so you continue to draw stuff. I mean, it really was just like an incredible snowball for being able to play a card. We very rarely we very rarely activated this pay 3 ability when it entered the battlefield. We just got Ezuri down and then just started making the train go, and it was just incredible. Shout out to the Temporal Pilgrim, who showed up a lot, and again, is definitely one of the absolute best cards in our deck. And this card is absolutely nuts. I don't know. I think people are just sleeping on this card in pretty much every format, so I don't know. Maybe if this is something that interests you, I don't know how much this is in real life right now. I haven't looked in a bit, but I felt like last time I looked, it was like $10, which seems pretty reasonable for what this card is doing. It's probably more now. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. Either way, this was a great deck. Teferi's a great card. Proliferate is a great mechanic. And I'm just thrilled with how this deck played today. Thank you all so much for making it to the end of the video. Please be sure to hit that like button. And of course, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more Historic Brawl, more Cube, Commander, Gladiator, all the best historic formats, also Historic Brawl, which is what we just played, all the best formats that Magic has to offer that are all single, and those are my favorite ones to play. If you want to follow me on social media, you can do so right here to find out what I am doing when it's not on YouTube. And again, Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time.